Hey y'all, it's me again, Joey.
Well, ready to let them loose?
Yep, that's it. Let's see if they make us run.
Oh,
Probably so.
yeah, that one tried to get after him, but other than that, what can you expect? I mean, can you blame them? Oh yeah, they're getting after us now. Go, Joey, go!
Hey man!
They're mad, buddy. I'm gonna get in the truck. You gotta go back and get your camera.
But also, just get as many as you can off the one that's through it gets out.
You gotta move forward.
Do that side again. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Let's get started. Hey. Hello, everybody over there in the chat. Hope everybody's doing well tonight.
They
Hey,
got a
Mr.
lot of
JW,
people
how
over
you doing?
Wonderful.
What you eating?
I think he's like the cow chewing on his card.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I like the
Email,
pretzel in there, JW.
email or message me some of them. I don't have anything but Pepsi Cola out here.
I got some water.
How about you, Mr. Ed? How you doing, old buddy?
Struggling like you, Joey, to make a video.
Yeah, it bees that way sometimes. Sometimes it might be better just don't do anything than try to do something at all, huh?
Yeah, there's always something to do out in that yard. There's always a job.
Yeah.
And then if you ain't got nothing to do, well, there's always you can clean something up, huh?
Yeah, I don't show too many of them no more. It's boring to me when I do it. I know it's got to be boring to everybody else watching it.
Well, unless something unexpected turns up, like a spider.
Yeah. What I thought about doing, I've got a hive that's been, man, when I got that dead out, I think it came from the prison yard. It's still in the freezer, and that thing, it was already bad. It had the maggots crawling around in it and everything.
Beautiful.
And I just closed it up, brought it straight to the freezer, and set it down in there. And it's still there. One day when I need to punch on something, I'm gonna pull that out with those frozen frames, and I'm gonna punch every one of those plastic frames out.
You ever notice? Because I've done the same thing when you get that dead out and the maggots are just crawling. It's like it's so disgusting. So you just you put it in the freezer, right? And it came, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm gonna bring me some honey this year when I come up. I've got some that I actually want to enter into the black honey contest. It's some awesome stuff. But look, Joey, when you get the maggots and they freeze, you got to get them while they're still frozen. But then you can shake them out of the comb.
Yeah,
and they just drop like little rice grains.
Well, yeah, if it's a good comb, I'll do it that way. But if it's one that's already messed up, nasty, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna punch that thing out of there. Kind of like splitting wood. Sometimes I put an old can or a piece of wood up there and just slam it down on it. It's frozen, so it all comes out good.
Yeah.
Are they high beetle maggots or are they
high beetles?
Makes good soup,
Yeah.
You can shake those out and mix them with a little coconut milk. Cook them at about 186 for about an hour and 20 minutes, and it makes the best soup you ever tasted.
Probably got to put some either Louisiana hot sauce or Tabasco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes everything taste good. And then after that, you can just deep fry it, and that'll really clinch it all.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
I know I miss some of these people here. I try and just click on their body. My screen, chat screen over there jumps sometimes.
Probably scaring it.
Keith said, "Hey, JW."
Thank
Hey,
you.
Keith.
Hey, buddy. Oh. Or just I'm just right on the edge of where that snow's coming in. You go 10, 15 mile north of me. I went up there today to get some honey barrels, some. I've got a Hershey uh, candy factory here about
Hey,
4 miles
Russell.
up the road from me, and I get some food grade honey barrels off of those folks. What they've had. That's what I've been doing all day is cleaning the chocolate and then malt syrup out of. I got picked up 4 barrels from it today. I'm gonna put honey in. So,
Tom, is that you in there? I don't see no. There he is.
Oh,
I thought it was a fake.
oh, it is kind of about half a fake.
Hey, Tom.
Turn. You got you're muted.
No, I'm not. You can't hear me?
Yeah,
You can
we
now.
can now.
For your first go around, you were.
AJW, I liked it better when you couldn't hear him.
That might be.
See what you started, Erwin?
Huh? How much snow you got now? You still getting snow?
No, it quit this morning and then turned over to rain.
Yeah.
It rained quite a bit here today.
It's raining here right now.
It's raining still?
It is snow. Oh, it spits for 15 minutes or so. Never did ever stick. So.
Huh. It started here probably about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock this morning. Between 3 and 4. Really heavy until about 8. Dropped, I would say, anywhere between 5. Some people were reporting as much as 6 inches of snow, and it was really heavy, wet, dense snow.
I don't know if Cayman was answering a question or just making a statement. Put it up there where everybody can see it.
In fact, I got 3 emails about that thing this evening. About
Talking about the app itself.
The Bee Expo app.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah Bee Farm. Wow.
Probably. I'd like to go, but I don't have $70. Cayman.
Hey, ask your dog for it.
I figured he'd send you a free ticket.
Yeah. Look at there, Jeffrey. There's my
I
old
see him.
He's never far from me. He's never very far away. Made more fun today, Thomas.
How much of it did you eat?
About half of it.
That's why you didn't eat dinner.
I did not. I really didn't.
That's why you're snacking on your Chex Mix, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, I just pulled that out. The wife had made it a day or two ago, and I just pulled it out right before it came on here. I'm not like some folks. I enjoy eating in front of other people.
Hey, have you ever tried that fondant on your turkey, JW?
Don't eat turkey. Sorry, I don't like turkey. I
I
don't
don't
need.
either.
I really don't. That's true.
Why you don't like turkey?
It's too dry. The white meat, I'm
Uh,
not like it.
I
I
feel
need
the
to.
same
Dry
way.
even in chicken.
All right, I need to fry one for you, I guess.
No, I've got a turkey fryer. I'm using
Well,
it.
I said I need to fry one for you, I guess. Just because you got a turkey fryer don't mean it's gonna be juicy.
I'm
Hey,
using
I
it.
think JW. I think he was trying to tell you you don't know how to cook it.
Well, I probably don't, and I don't want to know how. I'll tell
This
you,
is
it's too
short.
dry for me.
JW, you know what I made for Thanksgiving Day? Shrimp scampi.
Yeah, that's my line.
Mine too. Look at that. Brian's on there.
Oh yeah. I went and visited some Amish friends a little bit this afternoon. I got some bunch of sweet. I'd used up all my sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes,
Oh, I do too, JW.
and I had to eat them all, so I got some off my Amish friends. So, and some got my wife. The reason I went was my wife wanted squirrel corn.
Hey, Cayman.
Hey, Mr. Ed, haven't seen you in a while.
I know it's been a long time.
That's kind of a blessing, huh, Cayman?
Well, I don't know. Depends on who you talk to, you know.
Hey, Cayman, Joe only lives about 40 miles from me, and look, he don't never come see me.
It ain't 40 miles.
How far is it?
I don't know.
27.
I know.
Well,
it
I
ain't
mean, that's
that
pretty
far.
close, so there must be a thing about having serious beards down there. Or
Or mustaches.
Yeah, well, I actually had a pretty good-looking mustache the other day. I just let it grow out, no shave November, all that kind of stuff. And frankly, I'd just gotten lazy, for being honest. And I trimmed it down to a mustache and kind of just a solid patch right there. And for the first time in my life, I thought, you know what? You actually can grow something halfway decent. And I was run out of my own house. My children threatened me, blackmailed me. There was no peace until I shaved. So
Yeah, you look like you're about 12 years old
you did
now.
last week.
I know, and that's the problem. If I shave, I don't look like I'm pushing 40 in a couple years. So it's a good problem to have. I get it from my mother. A lot of you guys have seen my mother or something like that. Maybe you've seen her run around the expo. She handles all the kid stuff, but the next gen program. And we're all excited because I don't know if I should say her age, but she's 58. And she has, I think, 7 to 10 gray hairs now. And so
That's it.
we were really concerned.
Holy cow.
At one point she might have been a robot or something. It didn't make any sense. But I'm watching the Iron Bowl over here, and I was working on the North American Honey Bar with Laurel, and I thought I'd just jump in and say hey to Mr. Ed and you guys real quick. I can't be on very long. I have, unfortunately, duties tonight I've got to get to.
Laurel's going to come in the room and see you in here on the chat, and she's
Yeah.
going to be like, I thought you were supposed to be doing whatever, right?
I think the way he was looking last week, he kind of looked like he was in trouble.
Well, I actually told her because I've learned I needed to let her know beforehand. I got to get permission. I said 20 minutes. So you guys,
That was longer than 20 minutes.
well, I said for tonight, 20 minutes.
Oh, for tonight,
Last time I
understood.
went over a long shot, and my leash has been shortened. So that being said, Mr. Ed, if you would, I don't know if you've heard about this North American Honey Bar thing we're doing.
No.
But yeah, so it's a new thing in every state. We want to get a few different unique honeys from every state for people to be able to sample. And so we'll have several different types. The goal is to have about 9 or 10 jars that are anywhere from about a pound size, up to 2 pounds, but it has to be something we can access with a plastic or wooden sampler. And basically, we're going to have this long area that's going to have different honeys representing each state. And then we're going to have a Canadian section as well. And so we're looking for people from each state. So I'll be sending an email out to everybody just because we have to have it organized. I can't have especially since we're in Kentucky. I can't have 200 jars of Kentucky honey show up unless we want to make some meat or something like that. And so that would be great. We have a dinner for the VIPs, Mr. Ed. I sent it out to you.
Yeah, I got the email today.
Okay, that's good. Just whenever you get a chance, let me know so we can brace for impact. And it'll be really fun. We're looking
You
forward.
must have been bracing for since the last Navi, huh?
It takes me almost a full year to detox from you and Randy McCaffrey.
Well, this year I don't plan on doing anything different. It's going to be all out. I'll be there the whole time, just walking your floor.
Yeah, well, and people are really excited about that, and so there's been a couple people like Clay that asked about the honey bar, and we'll send out an email out to all the attendees as well. And if we get a massive rush from a particular state, we're just going to have to kind of pick and choose, just because it'll be so much. But they had something like this, Mr. Ed, and when I went to Appamondia in Denmark, and they had each country represented, and it was really cool. And so we wanted to have everything. Bob's committed some of his sourwood honey to it, and we've got some Tupelo. I've got some Hawaiian honey and these are all buddies that are close to me. So that's why I asked you, Mr. Ed, if maybe you would.
Oh, I definitely will. You want a 1-2 pound? That's what you want?
Yeah, just a 1 pound jar or two, and just something that people can sample it and have your label on it, and so people can get to experience that and go, man, this Mr. Ed honey, what is wrong with this stuff?
Well, it is holy honey. What can I say?
It'll purify us. So if we have any people that need some purification, they're fixing to get a blessing put on them anyways. And then I guess the last thing I'll say is the app. I know not a lot of us, especially JW, he's probably not the biggest app person unless it's an appetizer, I would say. I saw those snacks he was wearing out earlier, but every time I come in here, he's got the food. What's up with that? Why the rest of us don't have food like JW?
I got a good woman. Okay.
You got a good woman? I'm going to have to talk to Laurel about this. Actually, that's just not.
You better tread lightly.
Why can't you be more like JW's wife?
It was nice no one came in. We'll say something really nice at your funeral. Okay.
That's right. Well, you guys will show up to the expo this year, and the opening ceremony will be a memorial for me. And then, all right, let's get to the activities.
Yep.
Cayman wouldn't want us to dwell too much on all that stuff. And
Now, let's put this in perspective, Cayman.
Oh yeah.
You talk about your mama being 58.
Mm-hmm.
We have children. My wife and I have children older than your mother.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, my mother had me at a pretty young age. I think she was just 20 when I was born. And then she just, my dad didn't get any of that genes from his side, but my mom's got some pretty good genes. I think it's rubbed off on me a little bit, keeps me looking a little bit more youthful and whatnot. But the problem of it is I can't get anybody to take me seriously, but it could be my behavior too. I don't know if that contributes at all or not.
A combination of both.
It's definitely not a winning combo for heaps of respect. But anyways, that app, if you guys, anyone who's interested in the comments, it's been really fun. People are just going crazy with that right now. And it's really neat because you can ask questions, and a lot of people are using it for, hey, we're doing a Louisiana or a West Virginia meetup at this time to take a photo and just meet people from your state. And there's some other events going on, people that enjoy certain parts of beekeeping, whether that's treatment-free meetups or that's meetups or whatever. So anyone, whether you like apps or not, there are some really cool benefits with the app. Obviously, everything will still be available on the website, and the event guide on where the vendors are, what the speakers are doing, and when. Unfortunately, thank you, Tom. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to get the app where we can track Mr. Ed in the trade show. That would be awesome.
I got your tractor colors.
It doesn't matter. I'll be there walking around, so I'll be easy to be found.
I imagine you will, but they probably can't run the risk of putting a tracker on you. Too much movement and activity probably take too much.
Well, actually,
power.
I'll tell you the truth, Cayman. It's generally, I really can't move very far because if I take 5 or 6 steps, I'm already stopped because somebody's already stopped me.
Can't even get to the bathroom.
Yeah, well, if I have to go to the bathroom, I put my head looking down to the ground and walk.
You get one of those hoodies, but you know what you ought to do, Mr. Ed, is shave your beard for this year. Psych everybody out. And people are just like, who's that guy? Man, I feel like I know him.
Hey, I got to say something about your app because today I got at least 6 emails from people, and it was all about going to that app, and I'm saying this has got to be a scam.
So it happened to me too, and I wasn't expecting it. But what happened was, now is anybody else experiencing that? No, I think Chris did the speakers, and so the VIPs, and of course I'm running the show. The guy that works for me, Chris Medeiros, he entered us in, and so we're kind of in the system, but you just have to basically download the app so you can access what the messages are and stuff like that. I'm sure they're saying good things. There hasn't been many bad comments.
Well, I hope I don't get one from Randy because I know it won't be a good one.
Yeah, well, Randy can't figure out how to use that app. We're safe. But then, he's got the problem is he's got fingers the size of a bear's paw. He can't text back a reply anyways.
I talk about his watermelon hands all the time because they're just massive. His hand is bigger than my face.
Well, and I've got pretty, thick thumbs and stuff like that. I got from my dad and stuff. But whenever we were doing something, and I shook Randy's hand, and it just felt like I was about 5 years old.
I'm telling you,
he's got some baseball mitts for hands. But he.
It's amazing to me how you can get up in those little crevices and get that comb out of those buildings. Sometimes.
I think that's most of the reason people watch the videos, just to see how he's going to be able to logistically manage all that.
Well, I know his secret. He just bulldozes into it. That's all. Yeah, I was watching that last video he posted, and he just rips that siding off like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That stuff would whoop me.
Like a grizzly bear tearing into a cooler.
I'm telling you.
And but I've worked with a couple other guys about Randy's size, and it's not really fair. Just it's not. We used to unload semi-loads of freight, about 35 to 40,000 pounds. We'd hand unload, and when you got a guy that's Randy McCaffrey's size pushing all that freight around, it's like having two of me working on it. It just ain't fair. But
it's the truth.
But then again, whenever we had to work on the lift gates and get up underneath the trailer, everyone wanted to be me because I could sit down, and my head was still up underneath the trailer. I had all kinds of room. So unfortunately, though, to this day, since my dad is about 5 inches taller than me, even to this day, if we're going over and helping them at the farm, if there's a tight spot to get into, I get sent down into that spot, which nothing's changed. That's the way it was when I was a kid too. And man, he got laid off when I was 15. And that was some of the best years of my life. You would think that, him getting laid off would be terrible, but we spent so much family time together during that time. And I also got to see a lot about what my dad was made out of. And it was stressful, but he took it on the chin. He kept working hard, but he needed my help. And so I worked with him for $10 a day for a couple of years until he got his programming job back. And the problem was, though, we would be remodeling these old houses in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. with not even a real crawl space, and there'd be spiders this big in there, and mice and rats and all kinds of stuff. He'd send me down in there. I haven't forgiven him for that, but it was a powerful motivator because I knew that if I didn't figure something out, I might end up doing a job like that the rest of my life. So
You got to get out of there.
I had to get out of there. But
Yeah.
well, my 20 minutes is about up. I just wanted to say, hey guys, I don't want to keep you from what you're doing, but I'll probably listen while I'm watching the Iron Bull on this other screen, and Roll Tide, by the way. Those war chickens need to go down today. But anyway,
I have one question for you before you take off about the honey bar. You said something about a glass jar. What about a squeeze bottle? Is that appropriate?
So we really, it's got to be something simple. We really are trying to keep it as uniform as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're looking at 1 pound squeeze bottles. It doesn't have to be this shape, but it has to be something easy to squeeze.
Yeah.
When it comes to the squeeze bottles, we cannot have crystallized honey. With the glass, it can be lightly crystallized. It still has to be scoopable, though. Mm-hmm. So if someone has some honey that's partially crystallized and that's just normal for their honey, that's fine. We're not doing any flavored honeys, no hot honeys or anything like that.
Just raw honey. Right.
We are considering, and this is where we're kind of running out of time. And, Chris has literally answered over 100 emails today. Sure. And it's Saturday.
That's got to burn you out.
It does. Well, and some of the stuff is necessary, but a lot of it is just kind of hand holding. But we want people to have a good experience too. And so I'm probably going to hire somebody part-time next year just to answer questions, because it's keeping Chris from being able to do other stuff. And what I'm talking about is on this VIP dinner, what I would love to do is have like Fred Dunn, myself, Mr. Ed, Randy McCaffrey, Bob Benny, maybe 1 or 2 other people, but mostly that right there. Maybe Lawrence Edwards from the UK, most of the YouTube crowd, the weirdos of the bunch. None of the researchers want to get up there with us and tarnish their reputation. But get us up there, and then where we could have flavored honeys that people could submit, and we could each of us have a ribbon. So Mr. Ed have his ribbon, I have my ribbon. What's my favorite flavored creamed honey? And then after that, do a hot honey, because some of the people down there in Louisiana, they might like something that'll burn a hole through you. I can't do that.
Texas for sure.
Yeah. And so, and then I'll probably slip some ghost pepper into Randy's just so I can see him sweat, because I need some good YouTube content. And so if we could see his face get beat red and just see his pores open up and just start getting that sweat, just like some of them July cutout videos that he does, that would be great. But we're going to try to do something like that this year for that, just to have some of those in it. And if this North American Honey Bar works really good this year, we very well could have a section of that, because what we really want to do at the expo, we've seen some of this, but it's limited because of the format, is we've seen a lot of inspiration where people have submitted flavored creamed honeys and hot honeys
I'll
to
be right back.
And then people see that, and then they go and make up their version of it. And that's been really popular at their state fairs and different places that they sell. And so I think that's a missed opportunity on our end to be able to share different ideas with one another so that we can be more, help each other be more successful, but also help the general public be more attracted to it. Because honestly, what I'm seeing on my end from dozens and dozens of people is that the general public really is enjoying flavored honeys, hot honeys, and these specialty things, in some cases more than traditional honey. And a lot of times it goes hand in hand, but especially the people who are your cotton candy, your deep fried Oreos, and that like all that weird stuff, and especially kids, they're more apt to try the flavored stuff. And then as they go, wow, this is actually really cool, then they'll kind of grow into eating honey as a health food. So I think we got to hit all the approaches. So we're going to try to do more of that in the future. So that answer your question, Tom? A little too detailed.
No, that's good. I mean, you had mentioned glass and showed that. That's the reason I asked. I'm sure you're wanting something that's very efficient because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to sample that area, probably at specific times. It's going to get pretty jammed up, I would guess. So I was just thinking that if you're okay with plastic, the plastic squeeze bottle will be pretty efficient to.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. We're just trying to figure out how much of a mess this is going to make, because what's going to happen is Tom's going to spill something trying Bob Benny's honey, and then Mr. Ed's not going to know, and he's going to be walking through, and he's going to step in, and he's going to track it for a quarter mile through the expo.
Yep, guaranteed.
And so we already have contingencies for messes. We've dealt with bottles of mead busting. We've dealt with honey jars busting. We've dealt with vomiting. We've dealt with stuff worse than vomiting, but I'm not going to go into detail. Feces. Let's just
sound like you've been riding on the New York subway.
I know, and things happen. We've had kids pass out before and basically go into a coma. So don't worry about spoons. I'll use my finger. Way to ruin it for all of us. But we will have samplers, and we'll have each state. And I'm going to purchase a state flag for each state. So we want to have that. And that's something I want to see from the vendors. I want vendors, and we've requested they put up some flags, especially if they're from New Zealand or Canada. We really want them to have flags. If you're in the U.S., a U.S. flag works, or if you want a state flag, that'd be cool too. But we really kind of want to make this this is a North American event. We really want to showcase all the areas. And where the apps really come in again is there's a lot of people already saying, hey, I'm with the West Virginia people. We're going to have, this is our picture moment. This is our hangout time. And hey, some of us we're going to go out to dinner as a state. Who wants to go? And so definitely, I'm not a computer person at all. I know a lot of people think that I am because I'm on it all the time, but it's just the tools of the age, and I'm trying to make use of them as best as possible. I mean, if Mr. Ed can make a YouTube video, surely someone like me can, is the way I look at it. Yeah. How about a California flag? California actually has a pretty cool flag. There's some flags that are pretty boring. Cayman can scare little kids. Come on. That's Randy McCaffrey. But California does have a pretty cool flag. I like the unique ones. California, back when they made that flag, was kind of a little bit different in their disposition. It might need to be a thing of marijuana now. I don't know. I'm getting the look. So I think I'm fixing to be a Looney Tune off of here with the shepherd's crook.
I think so.
So, all right, fellas. Well, I'll be listening behind the scenes. Thanks for entertaining me for a few minutes, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you next time.
See you
All
again.
right. Bye-bye.
Y'all hear that noise?
That's your creamer again?
Yeah. If it's making too much noise, I'll turn it off. It just kicked on.
Is it chirping, or is it just the motor running?
It's just, it's just a motor.
I can like barely make it out. It's not a problem.
What I missed? Nothing. I had a delivery showed up. I had to get with him.
Was it food?
No.
You mean that FedEx from last week finally showed up, eh?
Well, the other one, that one last week, it showed up at a neighbor's house down the road, and he brought it to me. I texted him and asked him, they took a picture that they left it at my front door, and I told him that wasn't my house. So I started texting my neighbors everywhere, and finally got the right one, and he brought it to me. One of my nephews.
Jerome, which one did you purchase? Did you purchase the 9-gallon or the 20-gallon? I think it is. I think it's 20.
What's the minimum you can make with the 9-gallon? Isn't it like 2 or 3?
Say that again.
What's the minimum you can make with the 9-gallon one? Isn't it like 2 or 3 gallons?
I'm assuming it's 9 gallons.
I figured you could do.
Minimum. Like in order to reach the paddle.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know about the 9-gallon. We don't have that, but we have. Melissa's at the 20-gallon. Melissa's going to look it up. I want to say 20-gallon, and that sounds about right, Joey. You wouldn't be able to just put just a little bit in the bottom because it. Okay, Melissa said it's a 24-gallon. Doesn't seem that big, but
That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. The smallest batch that we've done in there would have been 120 pounds. So 2 buckets.
That'd be fun one. I'll go to that.
Poor folks would be confused for sure.
See how they treat me, Jeff.
JW, it ain't right. That's all I can say. It ain't right.
I'm so nice to everyone. Everyone picks on me. I can't understand why.
So it's a 22-gallon one to do 2.5 gallons. The 9 would probably do 2.5 gallons. Wouldn't that make sense?
I would think you probably wouldn't have to do that much, honestly, but I don't have one, so I can't answer that definitively.
It doesn't say on the website either.
Well, Melissa is looking, and she said it does not say on the website either. It doesn't tell you a minimum. I thought, Joey, John had said before something about you need to have X amount in there, but I don't recall what he said.
He may have.
I think it's a minimum of 11 or 12 gallons in the one that we have. But I don't know
That
about the
much?
smaller one.
I don't remember it being that much, Melissa. I don't know either.
I don't know. You might call Mike Berry. He could probably tell you he's a salesman for Hillco.
Speaking of Mike, Jeff, have you heard from Mike lately?
Last time I talked to him was probably about 2 weeks ago, I guess.
You were
It's been a
texting
while
him
since I've
too.
talked to him. I've been too busy. I just got in touch with Joey today. I've been too busy.
I haven't talked to him, but him and I were messaging back and forth, I think earlier this week, I think.
Yeah. In fact, the last time I talked to him was right before he went to Waco. That's the last time I talked to him.
Uh-oh. Todd's poking at you, JW.
I'm gonna leave that
That
between
wasn't from today, Clay. I'm not going to respond to Todd out there. I'm not going to be nice to him like I am to you, Clay.
I think you can find the larger creamer on their website. It's not coming up at all. Only the 9 gallons coming up on their website.
Yeah.
Man, that your team is growing, JW.
I don't know.
Cream Pal.
Yeah, I don't know who that he corrects it in the bottom, creamer.
Oh,
Who is Creamer Pal? I don't know who that is. I haven't heard of that.
Hey, Jeff, I've got a question while everybody's quiet.
Okay.
What happened to that natural lamb hive that you'd cut out and put in the box?
That one, it even when we took that hive out of that tree,
Mhm.
it was so light. I mean, when Ron had grabbed that thing, I thought he was going to drop it because I knew it's going to be 90 pounds, and he just grabbed that thing, and it didn't weigh anything. There was nothing in that. So those bees, I never looked for a queen. There may not have even been a queen in there, but they didn't last long. They did die out. And what I did was, and I never did post a video on it, but I caught a swarm, and I had it in those deep boxes, and I let them draw the comb out, and then I put the swarm. I converted the observation hive so with whole length frames, and I put those frames in it. And those bees are doing really, really well. That hive is doing great. So hopefully I'll be able to split that one in the springtime. I just never did a video on it. It's disappointing to me because the glare is so hard to see inside of that box. So it never does shoot good video. That's why I never showed anything. It's just, I don't know, whether the tempered glass does it, or I don't know. I just never figured out why. So I've never done a video on it because you can't really see anything because the glass just prevents you really from seeing. You can, if you're standing right in front of it, you can see it, but if you shoot camera, it doesn't show up.
It gets a mirror effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just not, it's not.
You might have to make you one that'll make it where one want to slide up. You can slide it up,
Yeah.
take your picture, and push it back down.
So I am. Charlie does not like, and not me. I say I blame it on Charlie, but 150 hives is all I want. And so after we did all of our collection, we're at 200. So I got to get rid of some bees. But when I sell them, I don't sell the equipment. I just sell the bees on the frames. Is the way I sell it. And I've got enough people that asking right now. I've already got those 50 sold already. So I really don't have any extra ones.
I might have to sell some of mine. I've been trying to get down to 20, 25-ish for a long time.
Yeah. So you can imagine, it's just so much work, to go through these boxes, and I don't mind doing the work, but I don't want to do all that work. I'm retired.
Yeah.
You left off the ED.
What's that, JW?
I say you left off the ED.
I am. Jerome.
I stay too busy with a lot of other things to work 45 hives.
I know exactly what you're saying, Joey. And come wintertime, that's really the time that I just kind of like catch up on my equipment and stuff. And I'm tired of doing all that stuff. That equipment, it just never stops. You always got to be cleaning it and getting it ready. And gee whiz, when you got 200 hives, that's a lot of time involved.
Well, I feel sorry for you older guys. You need to slow down a little bit. That's too hard on you.
Look at that, Rodney Middleton.
Yeah.
He's doing cutouts right now.
If he could get a cameraman like you, he'd catch up with you. That dude stays busy.
He does. He really does stay busy. Yeah, I tell you that the fact that Charlie shoots all of our video, that's the I'm so blessed to have that guy doing that, because I can do the the cutout. And Charlie loves shooting video, and I'm glad he does. And he shoots a lot of video. He'll put that camera on that tripod and stick that thing right behind my back and shoot video. Don Bearden. I haven't heard from Don. Anybody heard from Don?
I haven't seen him, talked to him since Nobby last year.
I seen him comment on somebody's video a while back, but
it's been a while since I've heard from him.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to Brian Lee either. He hadn't been on.
I hadn't seen Brian Lee.
We'll have an old home week when we get down to Nobby. We can insult all those folks.
Yeah. There's several people I ain't seen lately.
Mm-hmm. I've asked about 2 or 3 different ones, and okay.
And Don.
Oh, good.
Don wasn't getting around real good last Nobby.
No.
Moving slow.
Didn't we have lunch with he and Brian one day when Don and Brian Lee? Joey, you and I.
What's that?
I said, didn't you and I have lunch with Brian and Don one day last year at the Nobby? Remember that? That good. We had one of them good sandwiches. Man, them probably the best sandwiches I ever ate at that. They put out over there at that.
That big round table we was sitting at?
Yeah. Weren't them good sandwiches? Remember how good that food was over down there at Nobby?
Yeah. I think I had to fish, didn't I?
Some fine stuff.
Hey, Don Bearden was there because I remember actually Melissa and I found you all sitting in there and we came and sat with you guys. And Don was there for a little bit. And Brian Lee and his son stopped by.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that now because his son's name is the same as my son. His name is, short is Drew. And he was the one, if ever anyone remembers, his son started with a very, very small trinket. And Joy, you might remember what it was. And he kept trading up from vendor to vendor, and he kept trading up. And I don't remember what he ended up with.
Was that last Nobby or Nobby before last?
Oh, that's a good question now.
I think that was Nobby before last.
I think it was too.
Yeah.
Was it?
Before that on a
that
trade
wasn't
up.
last year. Okay.
I think that it all kind of runs together to me.
Yeah.
I can remember everything when I was like 5 years old, 2 years old, 10 years old, but I can't remember yesterday.
Oh, that's the first sign of dementia, Joy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my friend.
What was we talking about?
So we were talking about. So I swear that was this last year.
It could have been. It could have been because it seemed like it's.
I think it wasn't. I think it was 2 years ago.
You're just doing that just to be obstinate now. I know that.
But last time I seen Brian, I think he posted on one of my videos since then, though. But last time I actually saw him was when we went and picked those boxes up at Bruce's house in Alabama. Brian was there. He took us all for a ride, or took some of us for a ride in his Tesla.
Yeah, that was a mighty fine video with all the lights going on.
Y'all was over at Bruce's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian actually bought a bunch. We all went to eat at the same place, and he paid for everybody's meal. Ain't seen him since.
Well, you made him mad, huh?
Yeah, must have.
Look at there. See that guy there from Loma Vista? See that chat there? He's got lots of nerve. I'm telling you, that guy. He refused for me to pick him up. He ditched me, and now he's asking me to take him out for dinner. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have to get on my side of the fence or the other side of the fence and stay there. Just jumping back and forth is not gonna hack it.
You know, I don't have time to eat when I'm there because it's just like when I get there in the morning, I better eat before I eat because I ain't gonna eat until that thing closes down at night. It's just there's just no time.
Well, it's pretty hard to eat when you're talking all the time. You gotta you gotta close your mouth once in a while. You're
Look,
gonna get it.
look,
Yeah.
I remember it was a couple of nobbies ago. Me and Jeff was walking around, and Jeff was smothered. I just kind of backed up, was taking pictures. He was kind of smothered with people wanting to meet him and everything. And this officer walked up, and I said, I got to talking to them. I said, hey, how you doing? He said, good. How are you? He said, good to meet you. I watch your videos. I said, you do? We got to talking a minute, and he pointed at Mr. Ed after we talked a while. He said, I thought I'd get to see him, but looks like I'm not going to be able to get up there. He said, I was on my lunch break. I said, hold on a minute. I went and grabbed Jeff. I said, y'all excuse me just a minute. Jeff, come here. This guy needs to talk to you. You just got to.
I think it was last year. I think it was last year when they opened up the doors at what was it, 5 o'clock or something like that. The whole 3 hours, I didn't move 10 feet.
Yeah.
The whole 3 hours. It's unbelievable. It's like so humbling to go to that place. In fact, Tom, I still remember when I saw you and Melissa, we were right at I think it was the Hilco booth when I saw y'all last year for the because you gave me the hat and the shirt.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were there. Yeah.
It was at the Hilco booth.
I think you're right. Uh-huh.
I think it was.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I wear my Via Honey shirt a lot, man. That's a nice shirt.
I started to put mine on tonight. I said, well, I just grabbed one of them old white ones.
Yeah, I like when people give me their shirts, I wear them because it's just nice,
Mm-hmm.
I like wearing other people's bee-yard stuff, and it's just a nice thing.
Sure.
Plus, I don't have any of my own other than the ones that my wife made for us. Because I ain't doing all that stuff. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, we seen you wearing them in a couple of videos. One time I watched almost your entire video, and then I said, hey, Melissa,
You
come
must
here.
not have had nothing to do.
No, we get in there and I don't always have time to watch a lot of videos. And most time if I watch somebody's video, I don't typically comment to it, but I've been trying to a little bit more here lately, but it's typically the end of the day. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'll watch a couple videos and then go to sleep.
I hit that one.
Look at that. Hey, James. So that guy that you just pull up your comment, Joey,
Yeah.
Little Klondike. So he lives in Jennings, Louisiana.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I don't know if I knew that or not.
Yeah, that's where he lives. Because him and Steve Harrell, they're in the same club. So that's how I know him.
He hadn't been on none of Steve's videos with him, has he?
I doubt it because he works. But they came. It was Steve, James, and Warren. He's one of the directors on Louisiana State Board. They came down to the Abbey. I guess it's been about 5 or 6 weeks ago. They came down, spent the day down there, just hanging out. Steve brought the label and put it up on the wall and had a good time hanging out with them. I always do like when people come, like JW, come visit me at the Abbey. And you too, Tom, but I mean, he drug you with him. I know that.
No, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I know. Tom was your chauffeur.
Mhm.
Well, he didn't let me drive at all.
Oh, you was just a shotgun buddy. That's it.
I was. He wouldn't let me drive.
Yeah, because he had his car.
I'm
You
not
know,
very good.
and JW, I remember, and you bought the well, it was a rosary for your wife, right? And
Well, the rosary, it was with little cross necklaces.
and I had to
Yes,
JW, man, he was
I
like,
did.
you got to
I
get
really
this thing
appreciate that.
blessed. You got to get this thing blessed by a monk. So I had to sneak over to the monk department and have one of their monk priests bless the medal for JW.
I remember that.
She uses that quite regularly too. She likes it.
Yeah, I carry one around all the time.
Well, Philip, how's my long lost cousin doing?
Oh, pretty good, cousin. How you doing?
Pretty good.
I finally made it out to the farm. It's been about 6 weeks since I've been out here. Not much has changed.
Yeah. Had a couple of dead outs, huh?
Yeah, I had 2 dead out. Not too bad. I got one that's probably going to die if I don't get some food on it. I got him everything fed, but it was getting dark and I didn't have anything. So it's going to be pretty cold in the morning, but I figured cold sugar water or starvation, that's not a very hard choice. I think they'd rather have the cold sugar water.
Yeah. I know, let's see, 2 years ago, I found what was supposed to be 3 dead outs in my main bee yard. I just come through and I made rounds and I checked them and popped the top off and dead outs. I said, okay, I'm gonna run to the house, get my truck, come pick them up. I got up here to the house. I just jumped on the tractor and went back, started picking them up, breaking the boxes in half and just setting them in the front loader. And that third box, when I picked it up, bees started flying out of it. I said, "Oh!" I set it back on the rail and picked the top, broke the top box off, and it was full of bees. I don't know why. When I walked by, it just looked like a dead out.
Joey, that happened to me last year. We were in one of the yards, and there was just like 3 dead outs in a row, and I came to another one, and I pushed it, and it was light. And I said, I didn't even open it, and so I started loading them up into the truck, right?
Yeah.
And I come to that one, and I pick it up, and I picked it up, I put it down, and then when I picked it up the second time, the bottom fell out, and man, them bees just came out and they ate me up.
Yeah. Well, the last time I mowed my main yard, I went through mowing everything, and I got one single hive down in the hollow, and I mowed up close to it, and there wasn't nothing on the landing board. I said, I guess this hive died. I bumped on it with the mower 2 or 3 times. Nothing come out. I said, well, here's the one I got to pick up. So I went on, mowed on down the tree line about another 100 yards and turned around and come back. And that front landing board was loaded with bees. That done woke them up. I said, oh, it ain't dead.
Years and years ago, when I still had bees here, but actually down at my sister-in-law's down the street from me. It was the last place I had bees. I had a couple of hives over there. And so I would cut the grass over there for letting me keep the bees over there. And I got a brand new 0 turn. And I said, well, I'm gonna go cut the grass over there. And I said, well, I don't know, really. I wasn't familiar with the machine. And I said, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get right by the hive and then just gun it. And I'd never done it before. So that's what I did. And I got right next to to the hive and gun it. Boom, and I hit it and I knocked it over.
Hmm.
Yeah, they came out too.
It's kind of exciting when you think one's dead and you go to pushing on it and banging on it, and here they come,
Yeah,
waking you up.
yeah, that is it. Because they say, "Oh, thank goodness I didn't
Yeah.
have another dead out."
One less box to pick up. Clean.
Yeah, that's the real truth. Because it's just like, I ain't got no more room.
Yeah,
What
this
I
box.
like to do is when I get these guys from the dirty side out here, all leaned over a beehive, I like to kick it. Watch them run and slap their whatever and then slapping their heads. And
And when you
Like,
kick
yes,
it, JW, are you in the back of it?
I just stand there and laugh at them.
I feel like Melissa did that once to you. Remember? She was being
Yeah,
mean.
that was serious. I had one in my ear, stinging me in my ear. She just stood there and laughed at me. Melissa, I could have died over that, you know, and she'd just been laughing at me laying there dead, probably.
She can be ornery.
Everybody's always sympathetic to my problems. What do you think,
See you on the next one.
Philip? Huh? And you all treat me like
Yeah,
dirty
Mike.
dogs. You know that, Philip?
You don't like my idea, JW? I think you and me could be like the information booth for Nobby. We just send people all over the place.
Take that up.
I like how you said you get
801
called,
there on the
too.
chat.
I think we could have a lot of fun with folks. Especially if they let us have the PA system.
Yeah.
Look out.
Sound like Walmart, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Tom would be in trouble if we had the PA system.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what's going on with Sam's. The last few times I've been there, somebody would get on that PA and said, "Attention, everyone, on aisle so and so. Please come to aisle so and so. We will be doing a giveaway." I want to go yank that mic out of that dude's hand so bad.
Somebody messing around, huh?
I don't know what he's doing. But
So I was a couple of weeks ago, I was helping with some training for some scouting, some adults. And there was a guy, he was really getting into his presentation to all these new parents, Cub Scout parents too. So they're like listening intently to everything he's having to say. And I just happened to be walking by and I walked up and I just got real close. And then I started yelling, "Attention, attention, attention." And they all look over at me and I said, "I just love attention." Walked off. Got the wheels off the whole thing, walked off. JW, you would have been proud of me.
I would have been. Leave him in suspense.
I think last year Chris had the microphone, so you might have to get it from him if you want to do some, loudspeaker announcements.
Well, I know that I wouldn't be able to do any of them speakers because after the first day, I'm already hoarse. I ain't got no voice left.
We all need to submit photos of Mr. Ed photobombing our pictures with people, because I bet we could do a whole slideshow of that. Because I know we all got them, and we could put that up on the big screen. Just have a whole presentation of Mr. Ed photobombing everybody. I got a few myself.
Look, I tell you
see
what.
that, Jeff? You see that?
Look at that. The dirt rooster's here.
Now, tell us what you said earlier.
I don't know. What did I say?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm just kidding.
I can't believe the dirt rooster's on here.
Hmm.
Yeah, well,
He's on every now and then.
I wonder why. I guess it's 8 o'clock. He probably just woke up.
This is tight shoe night on the bayou. It's a Saturday night, isn't it? This is tight shoe night. He probably out honky tonking someplace.
Mhm.
Look at all these people ratting me out, huh?
Speaking of
That's
photo
going
bombs,
on
look
with
there in
that.
look who's in the background, Mr. Ed.
Hang on. Look at there.
That's a good picture.
Like,
Yeah,
that looks like Slim and Spud there.
that's when we went down to the Abbey.
I tell you what, there's lots to see when you get down there, and Randy will tell you too. Like that video he shot, I bet you that we there all day. We spent hours back in the woods just riding them trails, and it's just such a beautiful place, and it's pristine. It really is. It's nobody goes back there, so when you go back there, you got it all to yourself. Look at Philip, huh?
Look at this guy.
Oh, I missed it.
Hold on.
That's Ugg and double Ugg there.
I can't believe Cayman actually trusted that guy to be up in the front passing stuff out. That seemed a little sketch to me.
Well,
Yeah, tell them
need
what I
to
did to
make
you,
sure
Joey.
I need to make sure I talk to Cayman about that before Navi starts. I was looking all over the place for my tag. Philip had it.
I don't know if Randy's still in here, but we got a picture with his bride, and actually, picture
Look
with
at
him
that.
too.
Go.
I had Joey's name tag in my back pocket because I was going to have it ready for him. But man, when we got so busy, I forgot it was back there. And then my kids came to me and was like, "Do you have Joseph Rawls' ticket?" And I went, "Oh no."
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, here's another one. I think he's still in the crowd.
Yeah, there he is, Randy.
Mr. Randy.
Yeah.
He's in there. I was looking for a Mr. Ed picture.
Well, I'm sure you deleted them all.
We use it for darts, throwing darts.
Yeah, well, it'd be hard to miss, all these teeth and mouth.
Melissa, when you get ready to talk about that, you just let me know.
Well, whenever you guys want to. Philip's on here now, so that's why I loaded it up there.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I just watched your video last night or today? Last night.
You blink your eyes, that one was over with.
Yeah.
There we go.
So right now,
That's as
these are
big as
the
I can
raffle
make it.
items for the Hives for Heroes raffle that Philip started. This will be the third year, Philip, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say at least 3.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is the third year. So
I think he froze up.
I know he's not answering my questions.
Well, he's got some dumb look on his face regardless. I'm not sure what's up with that.
So last year, I don't know if you guys talked about this before I came in here. Hives for Heroes, we, as a group, raised over $2,000 to donate to Hives for Heroes through this raffle. Right now, these are the items that we have in the raffle. We have an Enel hive, the dog bed Tom's hoping to win from 21st Bee.
What? What?
For those nights you get in trouble, you need somewhere to sleep.
I sleep in my bed. Even when I get in trouble.
Then there's the gift basket from James Noel, swarm trap from Philip Morris. There is the Defender hive that 21st Bees is selling that's been donated by Flower Street Farms. 21st Bee is donating the dog bed and 20 of his frames, deep frames, your choice, what size, cell size. Mr. JW is donating an 8 frame and a 10 frame box cracker. And then we have a bottle of Type Bond 3 that's being donated. And there's like 3 or 4 other items that are being donated also. I just don't have pictures of those yet.
Is Tight Bun actually donating that, or somebody else?
No, somebody. I believe it's
Okay.
Mark Zenner.
I think that's right. I think it
Okay.
is Mark.
Yeah.
And actually, Mark might be in here still.
I have the list on my iPad. I'm just
Okay.
going
Yep.
from memory right now. Oh yeah, and jail April. Okay, 2 bucket alarms. Awesome.
Yep.
So
They're downstairs.
yeah, they are. I just don't have all the pictures uploaded just yet. And like I said, there's like 2 other gift baskets, I think, that people just haven't sent me their pictures yet. But if you'd like to buy tickets, that QR code right there takes you straight to the donation site for Hives for Heroes. So nobody has to handle any money this year. It all goes straight to Hives for Heroes. There is an option on that donation site to either pay the service fee or not. I'm not sure if you elect not to pay the service fee, that it gets deducted from the amount that Hives for Heroes gets. I'm not sure how that works exactly. If you don't like doing electronic payment stuff, you are more than free to contact Philip and send a check to Philip, and then he will transfer that, get that check. You can make the check to Hives for Heroes, but send it to Philip, and then he can get it. That way he can keep track of who gets how many tickets and everything. But the tickets are $5 a piece, or 5 for $20, I believe. But yeah,
That's correct.
we're hoping to beat what we donated as a group last year. I think it was right at $2,200, Philip. Is that correct?
Yes. 2210 or 22 something
Yeah,
like that.
just about
Yeah.
that. So that it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to hand over that big check to them and take a picture in front of the
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
banner there at Nobby. So tickets are live. If you like to start buying tickets, we'd appreciate it. And then the drawing is going to be on Joey's channel on is it the 20th? Is that
20th.
Saturday? That Saturday before Christmas.
Randy just made a comment there.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Randy. Yeah, just if you want to donate something, that'd be awesome. Just my email and Philip's email is on that page right there. Just shoot us an email of what you'd like to donate and a picture of it, and we can get it on the list.
You can send it to viahoneybees@gmail.com.
Who's donating the Enel Hive?
Yeah.
We're getting it. Melissa and I are donating that through.
Buying it through.
We're buying it through Bill at Shenandoah.
Bill. Okay.
So actually, it'll be I don't remember. It's the one with 2 boxes.
Is it not that
It's
one?
the one that's shown on there.
Okay.
They have a couple different configurations. So what you'll be able to do is I left it open with Bill. So you get the solid bottom board, 2 boxes. You can do 2 mediums. You can do 2 deeps. You can do a deep and a medium, whatever configuration you want. And you also can choose your color. I think he said he had 3 colors: pink, yellow, and
Green.
maybe it was that green color. I forget. So you'll be able to choose which one you want. But that actually would have to be picked up at Nobby. So you can win it before then, but whoever wins it has to pick it up at Nobby. I nor Bill are going to ship it. So that'll be the one contingency.
All those, everything that was called out, has to be picked up at Nobby. Is that the way it's working, or?
Oh,
Let me see. Let me go back and look.
there
at
are some things. So another thing that's not on there
Can we make
too is
Let me pull it back up.
sure. Matt is going to donate fondant too, and I thought that would need to be picked up at Nobby as well. It's basically these bigger.
Probably so. That'd be a lot to ship.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a lot to ship. He's getting lots of orders for after last night.
Most things are going to have to be picked up at Nobby unless you're willing to pay shipping, and then you can
Yeah.
work that out. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just got a text from Hope Sadler, and he said that he would donate a queen grafting station. Y'all can hear me.
Awesome.
Yep, we can hear you.
Where'd it go? I can't make it go away.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here. Now you got to bring us all back in. There you go.
There we are.
Yeah, Hope. So yeah, if they could just get us a picture and the value, I'll get that added to the.
I have another picture for Mr. Ed that was sent to me. It was a photo bomb. Good old photo bomb there.
Did anybody ask a question that we missed while we were looking at that?
I could really use that glue, but I'm still disappointed it's not tight bottom glue.
Tight bottom.
Well, if you spilt in the wrong spot, it will
Have
be tight
many
bottom.
tickets sold yet? You know what? I'm not sure how many tickets have sold yet because I haven't gone on the website in a few days.
I haven't looked at it in a while. There was only like $40 worth, but that's been about a week ago.
I think most people were waiting to buy tickets until we got the prizes up there.
Right.
So
And everybody's eligible except for me and Noah, because we're going to be handling the tickets. And even if you donate a prize, you can still donate and enter. And if you send extra money directly to me and Noah, you have a much better chance of winning.
so not many tickets have sold just yet. But like I said, I just put that. I think I just shared those prizes yesterday on Sawmill Charlie's for the first time. So
Philip, you saying I need to go ahead and send that 6 cents that I owe you plus
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that 6 cents. Yeah, I saw a comment earlier where Brian said we had dinner at the Eagle, and I meant to say that. Yeah, I've been avoiding Joey, but paid for my dinner, and I've been avoiding him ever since. I have to pay him back.
That was
2 years ago.
That was a good night. I really enjoyed that night.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, let's see what this question
Tiny
is.
Creek's got a question.
If you could get them early enough, Tiny Creek, you probably would. To get good, strong nukes.
Yeah, you're more than likely.
Middle of April, I bet you would make a little bit of honey.
So long as you have a decent honey flow, you should.
So I'm not sure. If you have drone comb already, it might be a better value if you did packages instead of nukes. I'm never going to try to talk somebody out of buying nukes, but if you have comb, you're probably only looking at a couple weeks difference in time.
Yeah.
Rather than a month or 6 weeks.
Be a little cheaper to go with a package.
Well, guys, I got to go. I'm fading quick. It's way past bedtime.
You're way past due.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep in my chair here.
I bet you really been kind of suffering since this time change, hadn't you?
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I like going to bed now at 7 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the evening, it feels like it's like 9 or 10 o'clock already.
I'm telling you, it's bad. Well, I really enjoyed myself this evening. Thank y'all for letting me drop in.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. You can just pay me the cash later.
Okay. I'll make sure I do that. All right, God bless everybody. Good night.
Good seeing you, Mr. Ed.
See you later.
Take it easy.
He gone now. We can talk about him.
That's right.
Question, Joey, when's your next bee meeting up there at Covington?
That's going to be the third Thursday of December.
We're going to have one in December. We're getting close to Christmas.
Let me check that date. So far, nobody said anything about canceling out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to be on the 18th.
Yeah.
Usually, the only one we ever miss is October when the fair goes on.
Well, I don't care nothing about the fair, but I might show up for the meetings.
Oh, you coming down? Okay.
Well, I may. I'm getting my bee work about all caught up. I need to aggravate somebody. I'm actually going to come down specifically to see Mr. Russell Amon.
Oh, yeah.
Missed him last time. We didn't make connections. And see some other good buddies. Like,
Matt's in the house.
Yeah. Mouse in the house. Mouse in the house.
You know, Russell is he lives in Mississippi, but he's a Louisiana boy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's not very far in Mississippi either, from Louisiana. He didn't get too far from home.
Yeah, he called.
He's only like 20, 25 minutes from me.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're nearly in Mississippi. You're on the dirty side of the Mississippi River there, Joey.
I'd been seeing Russell on the chats several years ago. And I never met him until either Hive Life or Nobby. I don't remember which one that was.
Yeah. We were on the phone once, and I said, "Don't take this the wrong way, Russell, but you sound like a coon ass to me." And he said, "Yeah, He said, "I'm from Bunkie." I said, "Okay, it makes sense to me then."
Yep. I wonder how Eddie down there south of you, Joey. Eddie, his last name, he's a coonance too. Schoner, is that the way you pronounce it?
I'm not really sure. It comes on here sometimes.
Yeah, on occasion he comes on
Yeah.
the chat. Eddie
Yeah.
Schoner.
He's going to turn into a pretty good queen rearer before long. He probably already is. We got 2 guys that's pretty good about it.
Hey, JW, you know what a coon ass is, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. Go ahead. You can. I won't cut you short. Go ahead.
It's that little black spot below coon's tail.
Mm-hmm. You want to make sure you're not too close to a bar full of them when you pop that out.
Don't go looking at one of those black and white striped coons too close.
I had my foreman used to call me that sometimes because I was from Louisiana. And I said, "Man," I said, "you don't even know." I said, "I'm redneck all over."
You don't sound like a coon ass. You sound much less like one than Russell.
I'm in redneck territory.
Yeah, you don't have that. You don't have that French brogue, Joe,
Yeah.
like some real coonasses do.
Yeah, you kind of got to get over there. It's kind of New Orleans West, right through there, from New Orleans down to Lafayette.
Some of them guys from that area,
area.
Yeah, all the way to the Texas line down that area.
Yeah,
it gets around Doretta. It gets thick. Their accent does real thick.
If you're really not sure, you just get them to take their shoes off, and they got moss growing between their toes. Because they're not ever out of the swamp.
Well, like I said, over around Lafayette or Lafayette, however you want to say it. I can't even understand some of those people when they try to speak English, but I can't even understand it. They talk too fast for me.
Yeah, I love to tell the story when I first moved to Dallas. I was in the office and they kept calling me coon ass, coon ass, coon ass. And I was like, I'm not a coon ass. I'm from North Louisiana. And I said, you got a coon ass back there. His name's Doug Nett. He's been here for 2 years. He was from Sour Lake, Texas. You know where that is, Joey? Sour Lake.
No, I never heard
It's close to Beaumont. It's right next to Beaumont. It's a little town there. And Doug made his own beer, and he talked just like any kind of Cajun. I said, you've had one living amongst you for 2 years. He just happened to be across the Texas line.
Bad one.
That's
Yeah.
let's see. Can't even remember her name now.
There.
I done lost her name. There's somebody else fixing to call out.
Hey, Joey, I think I messed up. I hope you didn't make the mistake I made this year. I smoked one turkey, and I smoked one turkey, and it looks like it's not going to leave me enough to make a good pot of gumbo. I told him not to eat so much of it.
Yeah.
Need to follow your plan and do two turkeys.
Yeah, you got to do two and hide one. That's what I usually do. I hadn't even fried a turkey this year. I guess I ought to pull the pot, try to fry one, see if I can still do it.
Man, if you're not doing 5 of them, I don't know if it's worth it.
It probably not. I've got my regular grease pot turkey cooker.
Mm-hmm.
I've always used for 27 years. I use it at work. Every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, I cook the Christmas and Thanksgiving turkeys for our lunches out there. Christmas and Thanksgiving lunches. It got where we was doing 3 for each one. And at one time, everybody else was bringing turkeys in, and after we got the business turkeys cooked, we would all do ours. Yeah, we'd probably cook 10
What's the name of that stuff? Keeping joint, Tom?
Yeah, Melissa put it in the chat.
Mm.
At 8:25, Brian, you were asking about good restaurants. There's a Cuban restaurant downtown Louisville, La Boguita de, is that Mima?
Nima.
That's Cuban.
It is, and the food's really good.
It's outstanding. No.
What did you?
know ahead of time? Our prices are outstanding also.
Yeah, they're not cheap. What did you eat that night, JW?
I don't recall. Something with some shrimp dish.
It wasn't the steak, was it?
I ate a shrimp dish or some kind.
Oh, shrimp. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what you want to eat, you can't go wrong with a shrimp dish.
Yeah, you can too.
I guess you could, but normally you don't.
Hey, Brian, is Jen coming with you?
To Louisville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because she's going to go back just a slight bit early, I think.
Yeah, that we'll probably fly out and then she'll fly back and then I'll drive back with all the stuff so I can take my time.
So that restaurant is really good, and I think that it would probably cater to a lot of different people's tastes, you know. But
so
we've eaten there.
What's Cuban food? I have no idea what is Cuban food. How would you describe it?
Oh, boy, I'm not a good person to ask.
Food from Cuba.
I was gonna try to look up that menu and see what I had.
Never
like,
had
is it seafood heavy?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I think that they use a lot of ham and stuff, don't they?
You think so?
It's all ham. All ham dishes.
It's like a spiced ham or something. I had some when I was in Florida. I'll tell you what I like is the Cuban coffee. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? The coffee that's made by a Cuban? Is that what it is? Or?
Yeah, you only drink it in like little thimble-sized cups. It's so strong. It's small. You drink it in much smaller cups than you do espresso. It's way stronger than espresso.
You're breaking up, Philip. You're gone now. You're frozen up now. You're not only broken.
I can hear you guys.
He's back now. You locked up there for a second.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Cuban coffee's in little tiny little thimble-sized cups.
Is that where you guys had GW's birthday party? That Cuban place?
Yeah, I was just looking up the menu, Brian. I'm going to send this to you.
Is that where he
That
lost his
really
key?
wasn't the birthday party for me. That was just St. Louis, what is that, St. Louis Club or Eastern Missouri bunch? All got
Just people
together.
from St. Louis area.
Just people from St. Louis.
I was just a tag along. I was a special invited guest, by the way. I invited myself especially to go along.
Well, look who's late.
Hey, Paul.
Can't
Look
get
at
on
there.
time. Get
Here's
here
a
when you
burning.
Well, that
Paul's
restaurant,
got
the
a pretty
Eagle, place.
Say that again, Brian.
Yep.
That restaurant, the Eagle, that was a good place if you're looking for barbecue. It was like traditional American barbecue. It was really good. There's a lot of options there, a lot of good sides too. It was
Well, that could be-
it was a pretty small restaurant.
That wasn't the place that Highs for Heroes had their little get together, was it?
I don't
No.
know.
No, okay, because
No,
they had
it wasn't.
some barbecue place there as well.
Wasn't that Mission Barbecue?
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, I literally drove by one
they
today
had-
here in Tampa, and I thought that same thing. Isn't that one place in Louisville where the Hives for Heroes had their thing?
That does sound correct.
Out there north of the east of the airport, I could drive to it, but I couldn't come near it telling you where it's at. There's a Oriental buffet, if you like that kind of food. It was, I guess, the last time I've been, it's been 10, 15 years since I've been there, but it was outstanding. You could get everything in the Oriental line there. It was a big place. I mean, it handled probably 100, 200 people. And had it all, everything from sushi to hot and cold running dishes, I guess, crab dishes and everything else. It was very good. I used to go there about every night when I was showing cattle down there. And I couldn't tell you the name of it now. He's going to shoot me. It's northeast of the airport out there, 3 or 4 mile.
Okay.
5 minutes.
I guess Tiny Creek's asking. I don't know if he's just talking about the pollen sub in the
Place in that's where the High for Heroes was, that Mission Barbecue, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
I've only done that just
It
for
was.
the video.
It was 2 years ago, but last year they had it catered and they had it at that Ambets or whatever that was.
Yeah, and that
And
wasn't
was
very good according to Craig. He said that place was not
It
good.
It was just really crowded. So this year they got a bigger place.
He acted like, because I specifically asked him about potentially for this year when I mentioned something about, hey, you all had this facility, what was it like? And he's like, our experience there was horrible. And I'm like, hold on, it's an Ambets place, and the dinner was for veterans for the Highs for Heroes. And I'm like, they didn't take care of you? And he's like, no. So they were not happy with the place.
Well, yeah. They told him it would seat I don't know, a couple of hundred. And when they got there was like 150 seats set up, and yeah, it was cozy for sure. But
Well, most of them habitat
I
places around the country aren't too large. Most of them that
Yeah.
I've been to several
I
run
had a
different
good
places.
I had a good time there, and my son was just he had never been around like $2 beer before, so he had a great time. Because most of those veterans places have a pretty cheap bar, you know.
Yeah. To answer Tiny Creek's question, Melissa and I don't typically open feed much of anything.
That's me.
But I will tell you the only times that we typically do open feed that pollen is like for us, you get a few warm days and the bees start flying and they're looking for anything and everything to get a hold of. And they might bother, for instance, a half a mile down the road from this farm we have some on. Apparently they were bothering the sawdust that is used for bedding for horse stalls. And the lady was concerned about it. And so I called her to tell her it was not a problem. It didn't matter that if those bees got killed, it wasn't a big deal, but she was insistent upon it. And I told Melissa, I said, let's go. So we basically put out what JW calls a robbing station. We down there near the bees, I put out some pollen and a little feeder sort of thing just to keep them busy so they would pay less attention to that gal's horses. So, but that's typically the only time we do it.
People talk about it. My experience has been I use them to tell what the bees are doing or when there's a flow getting ready to start, like in the spring and stuff. When you got a natural flow, I mean, them bees will swarm in that artificial pollen till they get some natural stuff, and then they'll just drop it like it was a.
Yeah, it's a good way to use for an indicator.
Yep, that's what I use it for.
They'll shut down quick.
Yeah. So
I've seen them after corn dust.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Bees will hit our chicken feed like probably around early February, right before natural pollen starts coming out, because they're looking for any kind of pollen. But we get pollen coming in. Like last year was February 15th. If the weather's warm enough in February, they'll start getting some silver and red maple pollen pretty early. So we have more abundant pollen where I am than nectar early in the spring. So it's something I've never spent money on. I've used the global patties with pollen, but that's always been inside the colonies.
Yeah, same for us. We feed pretty sparingly, but like you were saying, Brian, we typically have pretty good pollen flows and sources. So it seems kind of redundant to feed something when the natural is fairly plentiful. And honestly, for us, whenever the bees tend to start to shut down a little bit, I kind of let it happen, for us late in the season.
For us, it's about January 15th. I bet it's January 1st for Joey.
For what?
For pollen flow?
Pollen. When you start seeing pollen come in a significant amount.
It's in February. There's usually about 2 weeks there in January somewhere because we just get nothing coming in, nowhere of any kind.
Might be about the
That's
same.
why I don't use my pollen feeders. Like I say, I built them and didn't really get enough. They ended up being bird nest. I had birds building them little wrens or whatever building in mine. I had the little pipe pollen feeders. But that's probably around mid-January, something like that. But just like Brian said, around here about right around mid-February, we'll still have some cool days, but you'll start seeing that red maple starting to come open a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Real slow.
Where's Tiny Creek located at? Do you guys know?
I did know. I just can't remember.
Kentucky, someplace maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure he said before, and I don't recall. somebody in your area that knows what typically happens would be a good source to utilize for that. I'm just curious to know what you guys think, but I'm really under the impression that when you're feeding pollen sub or a pollen patty as a supplemental, what have you, even the global patties that have a 4% pollen, that's a pretty minuscule amount. And bees really like the fresh stuff. If it sits too long inside the comb, they really don't like to mess with it a lot. But my thought process on the pollen patties and such is it might be good to kind of elongate a little bit of a brooding cycle and maybe even help to rear brood for maybe as much as one cycle. But beyond that, I don't feel like it does much. It's just lacks in so many areas, I feel like. Brian, do you have any thoughts on that?
I've never used pollen sub. The only time I've fed pollen has been in the global patties, and it's been the real pollen.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, I just don't have the option of buying like a bag of pollen sub or a bucket of, Pro Sweet, because it'll have to get shipped out, and half the cost is going to be in shipping. So
yeah,
I've just never invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of my yards are suburban.
Right. I'm sorry.
So many of my yards are in suburban areas that I don't want to open feed at all, just because there's so many people in those areas. So most of my feeding's inside the colonies.
We can barely see it. Oh, that's your robbing station. You put pollen in, right?
Yeah.
If I can get it to where to show up. That's a video, actually.
Yeah.
I just used my old cattle feed tubs, some of them. And I fed cattle supplement in, scrimp to a post sideways. I just use it. I don't use it as a substitute feed. I just use it to check what my bees are doing and check for flows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I started looking for flows around here on Groundhog's Day, which is February the 2nd. And then on, you can get red maple depending on the year and what I've kept track of it for years, but within 10 days usually of one way or the other of Groundhog Day, you'll get your first red maple.
Yeah.
Blooms around my area.
I feel like for us, it hits there around that second, maybe the third week of February.
Yeah. I don't know. Of course, I'm at the house. I keep all my bee records. I keep track of what everything flows, dates by the year, and I've got it all wrote down for the last probably 15, 16, 17 years.
Wow.
When certain trees bloom or certain flowers bloom, when I see them for the first time, I write that date down in my bee log book. So.
I am. Feel like that's a typo. I don't know what he means.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that.
Yeah.
Oh, the egg pollen.
My research has shown that pollen sub is just kind of okay as far as a nutritional supplement. That's always why whenever I've bought anything, I've gone for the actual products that have actual pollen in them.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like a better investment. If I'm going to pay for something, I might as well pay for something that's really good for them instead of something that's just okay for them.
Yeah. I think when the global patties has a 4% and like a 15%, and I don't recall who had talked about it, but somebody had talked about when they had the difference between the 4 and the 15 on a pretty large scale. I can't remember who said it. They said they didn't notice any difference between the 4 and the 15. There was a couple.
And I think it was Randy Oliver who did a study comparing different pollen subs and different pollen patties, and that was where I came up. That's where I started using global based on the results of his studies. I believe that's correct.
Yeah. Yep. You could be right for sure.
I don't know how close to Bob he is, but Bob is usually around. He's in South Carolina, and Bob usually whatever's going on with him is going on with me. I guess it's because he's close to
the ocean
coast there. Yeah.
There you go. Mark says pollen sub is mostly egg powder.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Soy got a lot of soybean in it too. Soybean meal, guarantee it.
Is there any nutrition in soybean?
Oh yeah, that's high protein.
That's why it's so popular for food filler.
Yeah, that's right.
Cheap to grow too, huh?
It used to be. I don't know about now. We used to have it
It
all
ain't
over
too
the place
much
here.
to grow anymore.
But yeah, I bought a tub of that pollen sub from Man Lake years ago, and I used it 1 year, put it up, and then a couple years later, I made some more feeders and did a just for the video. Did a video on it, put them out, got them coming to it, and just about time they got really going, pollen started coming in, so they shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And
You will.
took everything down, closed it back up, and it sat on the shelf here for 2 or 3 years. And I finally gave it to Mike Berry. Let
I
him use it.
pre-ordered 2 40-pound bags from Man Lake, pick them up at Nobby, have for the last 2, 3, 4 years.
My experience is kind of like Joey's. I got my bees in July, and in August I went and bought a couple of queens. And while I was there, I bought a 5 or 10 pound bag of pollen sub, the powder. Went home and made some of it, and it dried out immediately. It seemed like, so I didn't know what I was doing, and stuck it on the shelf. And then that winter, I went in there, my shed. Of course, it was in a bag; it wasn't in a bucket. And there were mice and rats running all through it. So that was the end of my pollen days. I hadn't bought it since.
So JW, you feel like it's a good investment?
I use it for several different things. I'm putting a little dab in each batch of that fondant we talk about that we're making. You know,
Yeah.
I give Matt a bag of it. I don't know how much of it he's used. He's put some in some of his stuff too. That's
You know, the way I look at feed supplements is the same the way I look at treatments is I don't have a bottomless pocket. I've got to ration my budget, and I'm looking for the most bang for my buck. So I'm not feeding constantly. I'm not feeding like a backyard beekeeper that has like a lot of ability to feed more than I do. I'm just trying to hit the biggest gaps in their year and supplement them. And for me, we get a pretty good amount of pollen coming in throughout the season. It's really the nectar that I'm really trying to focus more on. So I'll do some pollen. I'll do those global patties in the spring a little bit. But most of my nutritional investments have been on feeding up syrup and sugar in the fall to get them ready for winter. Because once our nectar flow stops around July 4th, there's very little nectar coming in for the bees. There's still pollen, but there's not very much nectar. So I've got to, when you have so many hives, you've got to decide where you're going to put your money. And I'm just trying to maximize my investments.
Well, I'll give you an opinion. I'll go down the rabbit hole. I'll have everybody, half the people in the country won't agree with me. The only thing that I've found that pollen patties over the years are really good at is the commercial pollen patties as a laying nest for hive beetles, if you got any. They love
I disagree with you.
Yeah. So, like I said, probably going to anyway. So, I'm just telling you what I think. I don't buy them.
And we don't have hive beetles, so I'd have to learn different management skills if I move to a place that deals with hive beetles, because
You don't have it bad, but that's the best thing that they're good for. Especially if you go in the south, further south you get worse. You get them.
Have you guys been following that bug farmer and what he's gone through with that 1 yard with hive beetles? That's pretty dang incredible. They wiped out a whole yard of 20 hives. And normally I say, well, the hive beetles don't cause it, but it's hard to it's hard to imagine he would have lost 20 colonies. Yeah, from some other reason. And when he opens them up, just hundreds of hive beetles go everywhere.
No, Button and Hannah had lost some hives down there. Just inundated with small hive beetles. Just thousands of them just slimed out the hives. Whole hive boxes. Tam and Hannah down there at gun line.
Yeah. So they're serious for certain people. I've got 1 or 2 colonies at my crossroads yard that worry me a little bit. I need to go out there and throw down some grub X this winter so they don't come back up.
What's your crossroad yard? What is that?
It's a little crossroads is a little town just north of Dallas, just a little bit north of me.
Okay.
Down there at the corner of Walk and Don't Walk, Brian.
Yeah.
That's where the
Is that where your management colonies are? Like the ones that I don't know what you call them, like the ones you have for other people? Okay.
Yes.
How's that been going?
It's going pretty good. They didn't make as much honey as I expected. Well, one of the yards was the 2 yards they're like basic 2 yards of 10 hives, but they're like 300 yards apart. They're not that far because their properties are side by side. Matter of fact, I priced it as like it was 1 yard because I can get to them both from one drive. But, I got a little bit of fall honey, and on one of the yards, I got some spring honey just because it was there early enough. But the other one was started too late. So got pretty big hopes for them this spring.
Anytime you put a beehive in an area where you have like soft earth, and I know this from experience, if you got it on soft earth, you're going to have more problems down here with hive beetles.
Yeah, for sure have that in one of the yards where there were.
That's not to say you're going to have big problems with hive beetles with all of them, but the softer the earth, you're not only getting hive beetles moving in from anywhere, you're getting hive beetles coming right back up out of the ground into your hives. You're just kind of like raising them. But when you get out in a good dry field somewhere and you got a lot of sunshine, it's not really the sun. It's like we've talked about it before on here. It's the ground getting so hard because it's in the sun that you can't make a nursery of hive beetles right there. They had to come in somewhere else.
I'm going to really crawl down a wormhole now, Brian, and make half the people in the United States mad. I think the small hive beetles in the Midwest or upper Midwest, where they come from, it's mostly spraying nukes out of the South. They come in with the nukes, it's where your infestation comes with.
The only time I've seen small hive beetle in Colorado is the same thing, JW, if they've traveled in a nuke or a package, and they don't last long.
That's where they'll come from.
Tell you what, that's pretty smart. I think
that's good.
I like that idea because I'm wondering if we could figure out a way to ship them all up to.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's where most of them in this area comes from. I'm sure.
Yeah, I believe you. I agree with that.
I'm gonna put a little sign up next to my hives. Get in this box. I'm shipping you to JW.
Y'all see my question?
Lots of pollen up
there. How many of you end up with frames being pollen bound?
Not often. Once or twice.
That's happened to me.
Yeah,
I'm the same. Just not. It's rare to me.
Last year before last, I had a lot of pollen issues. I had too many frames. I ended up putting them in the freezer and then bringing them back out, and they'd clean them out.
What time of the year does that usually happen for you?
Seemed like I noticed it when I was doing splits.
Okay.
In early March.
I'll tell you what's annoying is when you have a really nice frame of comb honey and it's got 4 or 5 6 spots of pollen in the middle of it.
Oh, that's
Drives
extra
me
money,
nuts.
man. That's extra money.
Oh, you tell people that's special, huh?
Yeah,
It's like the baby in the king. It's like the baby in the king cake, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just have to market it, I guess. I'm trying to pick it out with a toothpick.
Yeah.
I agree, though, Philip. I hate that. I want my comb honey to look nice and consistent. I
Yeah.
want those cappings to look perfect. And no,
I don't like the taste of biting into pollen. I just don't. Some people like it, but I don't.
I have a couple of partially drawn comb frames from last year that they're probably still in my garage. I have them in one of the hive butlers. I think I have like 6 or 7 of them. And there's little gaps because it's only like 2/3. It depends on which ones, partially drawn. So I'm going to do some kind of artsy fartsy frames where I put some sort of pictures or something in those gaps and put them back in the colonies and see if they fill around them. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen anybody do that kind of stuff?
No. So it's going to be like a little art project?
Melissa knows what I'm talking about. She's like, yep. Wouldn't that be cool though, Melissa? Like I'm not going to give all my ideas out, but I'm going to make those kind of a really cool art. There's a couple of people who do like beeswax art like that, where they put things in the colony and they have the bees build out the beeswax around it and they sell it for ridiculous amounts of money.
This is
I saw one just recently. I can't remember where I saw it from though. Look on the top.
Oh, that looks nice, Joey.
That's all I got.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give that.
You got it, Grammy. Something like that. I don't know how it'll work. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to cover it up to make sure that they don't put comb right on top of whatever I put in there. I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but
you would almost have to
ideas.
cover it in a plastic wrap or.
That's what I was thinking, like saran wrap or something. Yeah.
Or maybe you can, probably plastic wrap.
Yeah.
Would be the easiest thing. Saran wrap, whatever.
Maybe you could take some foam, Brian, and put it right in front of it, of that thickness, and then pull it out and give it back to them so they can start to clean it up, but only give them just a few days after you pop that out. You might end up with something kind of cool.
Gotcha.
Paul, he doesn't have to worry. I'm not really artsy fartsy. I'm not creative enough for that stuff.
By who, DC? DC says there's some cool videos on it. Do you know who's posted those videos? Like the ones I've seen have been like Instagram or Facebook posts, that kind of thing.
They don't get into details on it, just kind of show it off.
Just on YouTube, okay. I don't know if you've seen these frames where it's like a foundationless frame and there's like wooden heart shapes that you can pop into it and pull out. Have you seen those, Melissa?
Yeah.
Those are really cool. And those frames, the people are selling them now. They're like $100. But that was an idea that I had a couple of years ago and just never followed through with it. And then someone else did it. And I was like, good for them, because I'm never going to follow through with it. But
I saw those and I'm like, that's a lot. There's a lot of wasted comb in between those, because it would almost be like Ross Rounds kind of, it'd be cut comb, but in the shape. There'd be so much waste, in between each shape. And so that was one, because I had kind of said something to Tom about it one time.
Yeah. It wouldn't be an efficient way to make comb honey, but it would probably be a great value added product that you could put a top dollar price on if you wanted to. especially if you went to like a Valentine's market and you sold it for that, that'd be really cool.
DC had a question about taking honey on a plane up here at 8:56, I think.
You're gonna need to check it, probably, DC.
Can I fly with honey in jars in the baggage area?
3 ounces.
3 ounces. And even we kind of had, I don't know if we had this discussion on a live before or not, whether or not creamed honey, because it's a salad, but it's not a salad. And I think that
the gray area. Yeah.
It was the gray area. So it's like up the discretion of the particular TSA person you're
That's
trying
right.
to get around that day.
And they get uptight about toothpaste, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now the question is it 3 ounces by weight or 3 ounces by volume?
I think it's by volume because everything else is by volume.
Okay.
My advice to you is to tell them that that your creamed honey is no more liquid than plastic explosive.
Please video the experience too. I needed that. I need that excitement in my life.
Oh,
That's
checking your bag.
Not one of them Wisdom Diesel videos.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue checking your bag. I would just make sure that if I'm taking honey, I'm going to put it inside of a Ziploc gallon-sized bag also in case that
pressure change.
Plastic, I'm putting it in a Ziploc bag in case that
pressure change could cause it to blow the lids off.
I like Philip's suggestion better. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, you can definitely check it. Just make sure that you package it appropriately so it's not, God forbid, it breaks and get all over your stuff.
Brian talked his way onto the airplane with my honey once, and I've been telling everybody at the market that's getting ready to fly, oh, I know for sure that you can get on a plane with this. My friend did it. So I've sold a lot of honey. I don't know if TSA is eating a lot of honey there, but I sure sell it using that.
It's amazing to me.
I bought creamed honey yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yep, they let you put the honey in the baggage, the claimed baggage or checked baggage, but you can't put it in your carry-on. It's on the same plane, people.
Yeah.
That sounds like that sounds like some of the warden's ideas I used to work around.
Yeah.
Stupid stuff like that.
I think they figure though if it's in your check baggage, you don't have access to it while you're flying, because they don't know what that liquid really is.
Yeah.
But
Philip, if you'll private chat me your address, if you don't want to put it out public, I will send you some money.
I'll send you my address too.
Yeah, everybody's going to send you their address now, JW.
A lot of times when we go on vacation or go somewhere, I'll bring like an extra empty piece of luggage and check that because you just never know what you're going to come home with.
Never know what you're going to come home with.
I know.
You can
y'all just made me think of Brian again.
It'll be for tickets for the drawing, and you can just keep. I mean, you're not sending those tickets out to people, are you? Aren't you just keeping them, or you just put their names in the hat, or
yeah?
Or
I just fill out
the money
I just fill out the tickets.
Taking the money and going to South America, or where do you go with it?
If we can get enough of it, it's like I tell people, I'm for sale. I'm just not very cheap.
I'll see if I can help you along, get you out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't bought any tickets yet. We need to buy our tickets.
I can be paid to go away. It's just whether or not you can afford it. That's the thing.
I don't do any online money transactions, so I'll have to send you a check. So
what size are the honey swap bottles at Navi?
Cayman was saying a pound bottles he preferred.
Oh, I thought they were smaller than that.
Was that for the swap though, or for the tasting bar? That was for the tasting
bar.
Yes.
Oh, for the swap? I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't they small?
Yeah, I think they were like 8 ounce or less.
Yeah.
I think Philip was right. 8 ounce.
Philip, Paul has a question for you. Did you see that?
Let me look. There's no telling what's coming from Paul. That's what I appreciate about him.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to write this down while I got it, or I'll lose it.
Who is Adam?
2 ounce
Adam.
bears. 8
Anybody
ounce.
know
That's,
Adam?
that's
Hold
cool,
on.
Bob's. Yeah, Bob, I'm going to try to get Noah to come up with a barbecue sauce. That's a great idea.
Did you ask who is Adam,
Oh.
Joey?
Yeah.
When does Noah start taking bribes? If I asked him,
I don't know who
Paul,
Adam is.
it's yesterday.
Yesterday.
Adam, I don't see your video. Somebody trying to come in, but I don't see a camera.
Don't do it. I'm not interested.
I'll give him
I'm not interested in
I'll
seeing
give him
something
a
I don't
few
want
more
to see.
seconds.
I don't have
Don't
a
have
camera.
camera. I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
Come back when you have a camera, Adam.
Or just add to the chat.
Yeah, drop it in the chat for sure. Take it easy, man.
Had too many mishaps with people that don't have cameras or say they don't have cameras.
Yeah, then
Too many surprises.
they have some canned video for sure.
The two of them I just kicked out.
DC.
Certain things my eyes can't handle. DC, I don't know what that is.
What?
Do you fish for those?
Oh.
Where do you catch those at?
I'm biting my tongue, Tom.
Hey, Brian, you can see I'm throwing the bait out there. Just nobody's snagging on it. You know,
Because they all know better.
You know,
part of that stir in the pot. It just happens.
Just catching up to what you guys are talking about.
Paul, things you can't unsee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we passed 9 o'clock already, y'all. Gee, y'all let me get over 2 hours.
Well, that's why the conversation's gone downhill here real quick.
Well, we've got to start in areas tonight. I think we're all tired.
Yeah.
I am.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the chat, and we'll see y'all backstage.
Don't forget to buy your Highs for Heroes tickets for the raffle.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Appreciate everybody
Night all.
coming in.